Yeah, it's been an interesting ordeal not playing Saturday, that's for sure. Having 8 days off was certainly different. So we gave them 2 days off, brought them back Saturday for individuals, just shot the ball, got back in the gym, ball in their hands. Sunday, 1 hour team workout. Practice today, tomorrow, and Wednesday to get ready. We'll know tomorrow night. Guys will come to my house, we'll have a meal, and then we'll have at least 3 scouting reports ready to go. We've been working pretty hard at the different scenarios. So we'll show them whoever we're playing tomorrow night, Dana. But it's really about maximizing your effort every day. Having great prep and just feeling good about yourself and your preparation for whoever you play.
Since you arrived 7 years ago, the accomplishments and the history you guys have made the last 2 seasons, can you kind of put that into perspective, from where you guys were then to what you guys have done the last couple of
Yeah,
years?
certainly expectations are a little different than when you first got here. I think we'd only been to one semifinal. We've only been to two. One with Coach Slocum and one here. So, that's what building a program is, Neil. As have some success and you bring in really good players and you win and you sell out crowds, the expectation should go up. And that's really what building a program is. I think we've taken the steps. In every step, from our NIL collective, making sure we're the number one collective in the conference, right? Understanding that times have changed, getting out in the community, building great relationships, to redoing our locker room, putting almost $300,000 into a locker room, going to have the best, mid-major locker room in the country, to redoing our arena. This has been a lot of hard work, but a lot of fun. And to see that come full circle from year one to year seven, it's a group effort. It's a lot of work. We're certainly not done, but our goal, Neil, ultimately is to make the NCAA tournament. That's why we brought this group together. We got as good a chance as anybody. I think this league is crazy. It's going to be an exciting tournament. It could come down to a possession or two, so you've got to make sure as a coach you're preparing your guys for every situation, and then you want them to feel good about themselves and connected and play with a physicality and a connectiveness when you play that game on Thursday night.
Sure. Is there a team that you're kind of saying, okay, this is gonna happen?
Yeah, I think all of them, Dana. I think all of them can win it. One
For your game Thursday.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I mean, there's so many upsets in our league every year. We'll watch them all. We're going to have 3 TVs going. We're going to have a projector going, a TV going, and another side TV. So we'll have every game we can tomorrow watching them. We'll do a team dinner. We're going to do a team activity. And then, hopefully this place is sold out Thursday night. We have no students on campus. So hopefully the general public, they've been awesome. Our fan base, our season ticket holders will get in here and create a hostile environment for whoever comes in.
When you talk about raising the level of expectation of this program, in years past, we've been thrilled that there's been a first-round home game and an opportunity to play in front of your home crowd. Now it's kind of at the point where you hope this is your last game here. So that's kind of a double-edged sword. You want a big crowd, but you also don't want to be back here for some smaller tournament.
Absolutely, Ren. There's no doubt about it. We want to play in the big dance. It's every kid's dream, right? At this level, it comes down to a 3-bid or 3-game tournament. I call it 1-bid hell. We're all living in 1-bid hell. There's great teams, even in other leagues that may win 25, 28 games and they don't get an invitation to the NCAA tournament, right? It's the greatest show on earth. People say the Super Bowl. To me, it's all about the NCAA tournament. It's a $1 billion tournament. The money that's involved in this tournament for the schools, the impact it has on these kids' lives. I've been part of it. I've been part of a Final Four, a Sweet 16. It's incredible. It's really what we built this team about, is getting there. We've got multiple guys on our roster that have played in the NCAA tournament, with DJ Burns winning a game in the NCAA tournament at Murray State, with Bryson Langdon and Emmanuel being part of Northern Kentucky. So we got guys that have been there. They want to get back there. But as you know, it's very difficult, right? It's a process, and you got to take it day by day, and then you got to play good basketball. But that's why we're here. We want to go dancing.
Coach, when the end goal is obviously to get to the big dance, like you said, is it sometimes challenging, or do you sometimes have thoughts in your head where you're like, okay, we're 1, 2 games
Yeah, I think as you get older as a coach, you get better at that. You get better at handling expectations. You get better at a lot of stuff. You put things in perspective. Certainly have to reflect where you're at with building a program. We've all been part of things that haven't been done here, and that's great. But ultimately, we want to give our seniors in this team, put them in the best predicament we can, and the best chance we got. And I think this team, of all the teams I've had, can rely on our defense, right? We finished third overall. As Jamie said, we had 2 kids on the all defensive team. That's never been done. Let's call it like it is. Our defense this is the best defensive group. When they're dialed in and playing defense, we've held teams, under 60 multiple times. So I think it's got to start in with the defense. We got to have a mentality of stopping people, and then I think our offense will open up. And I think ultimately that's what could lead us to the NCAA tournament. Is our defense. And obviously having a 7'3" guy and a 7-foot guy and long wings and guards that are athletic helps your defense. So I think we got better in recruiting to that system, and that's something we want to build on.
What specifically, Jerrod, do you guys need to do to not only win Thursday, but then, go to the
Yeah, I think first and foremost, Dana, it starts with our prep, our belief. When you have good prep, you believe you're going to win those games. If you don't believe you can do something, you're not going to do it. I don't care what it is. So we got to have belief. I think this group believes in it, and we got to be able to, sustain some runs. Teams are going to make runs. We got to have a resiliency about us, a connectiveness about us, and then ultimately, that round ball's got to go through the basket. Right at the end of the day. You got to shoot the ball with confidence, and how do you do that? You got to have great passing. To me, everybody talks about making shots, but it's really about passing the ball. We got to do an unbelievable job of keeping advantages, getting 2 on the ball, passing the ball, playing inside out, dribble penetration or post. And then we got to have our seniors step up, right? We got a lot of seniors that have waited for this moment. It's their last chance. And those kids got to be ready to go, which I think they are.
Hearing the list of honorees, 2 on the second team, 1 on the third team, 2 on the all defensive team, 1 on the freshman team, hearing that list, was kind of your reaction to that?
First of all, the league was great. It was the best it's been in, 7 years. And I want to congratulate Coach Campy. His group has got it shows you can do it with returning players. He had a lot of kids that bought into his system and stayed there. I think that's a reflection of him. I laugh with him. I see him on all these retirement watches on Twitter, and all these people think he's retiring. He's not going anywhere. He's a great coach, and honestly, him and Sundance Wicks deserved Coach of the Year. I don't know what our league was thinking, but I don't know how you can have a guy 15-5 and not get Coach of the Year. Somebody should have overruled that. I actually texted the assistant commissioner and said my vote is Sundance and Greg Campy, and I brought it up on the coaches call. Sundance was picked last, and they finished whatever they finished, so he did a remarkable job too. As far as our guys are concerned, I thought DJ Burns should have been a first-team All-League guy. I don't know how you can be 4th in the country in double-doubles. Obviously, the 10 other coaches don't really value rebounding and wins, right? We were 2nd in wins, and obviously he's one of the best rebounders. This school, in a single season is the best ever, and then he's 4th in the country, and he's been on a tear. At one point, he was averaging 19 and 15 for 6 games, and he's not a top 5 player. So hopefully he'll play with a nastiness about him, and that'll bother him because I thought he deserved first. But as I tell these guys all the time, it's really not about that. It's about, at the end of the day, making the NCAA tournament, making history, in really doing something bigger than yourself. But I was happy for all of them. I thought Gabe should have been the Defensive Player of the Year. Once again, coaches valued steals instead of blocks. Gabe's 12th in the country in blocks, number 1 in the league in blocks as a freshman. Our defense went from 7th to 3rd. Big part of that's Gabe Dines and DJ Burns and our wings and our guards guarding. Ziggy, I thought, had a tremendous year. Brett Thompson had a tremendous year. So we've got a balanced team. So sometimes when you have a balanced team, the accolades suffer a little bit. But I think you got to value winning. And obviously other coaches didn't do that.
You have won more games than years prior. You won the league last year. You mentioned defense. You mentioned experience in the NCAA tournament. Is this team built for this tournament better than maybe some of those previous?
Yeah, because I think we can do a little bit of everything. If we get in the tournament, there's not anybody who want to play us because we've got 7-3 guy. We've got forwards that can shoot threes, forwards that can dribble the ball. We've got the ability for Brett Thompson and Brandon Rush to go off at any time. We've got wings and John and EJ that can slash, can mix it up, can guard. We have depth. So if somehow we do make the tournament, I wouldn't want to play us.